Hey everybody, we're going to look at creating some virtual worlds programs, and on your desktop you should have a Robot C virtual world. You may actually have two icons or four, some virtual worlds and then some non-virtual world Robot C. So go ahead and select the Robot C virtual world Vex, not the graphical, just this Vex one. And when you open this, kind of your landing page with the information, updates, and it's kind of like a website. Generally, probably don't need anything there, but if there's ever updates, they'll show there. And basically, everything should be done for you. If you're having issues, you might look on the help menu and see on the manage licenses if you have the Robot C virtual world. This says non-expiring license for infinite days. Man, that's awesome. So if it's missing or if it says trial mode or something like that, we'll have to take a look, try to fix that. But at any rate, we're ready to do some virtual world Robot C action. So it's not real obvious from here what to do. So what I need you to do is click on the file and just go ahead and select Open Sample Program. And this is probably going to go to this menu. It should say Virtual Worlds and Vex 2. If it says IQ or if it doesn't say Virtual Worlds, then there's a step we've missed somewhere along the way. And you just go ahead and click Basic Movement, and you just pick this first one, Modifying Values. Yeah, now this is basically a cheat of sorts. So this is a program written for the Robot Virtual World SquareBot, and this robot just has two motors, a left motor and a right motor, and there's information, everything here. In green is the pseudocode. It doesn't really do anything except tell some users, which is you, what's going on. And then down here, the text that's in blue or navy and red, this is the actual program. And again, there's more pseudocode. So you can see that's going to wait some 1 millisecond, 2,000 milliseconds, or 2 seconds, and then move forward. So these are commands to move the motor, and hopefully you've had some experience with Robot C in the past. If not, this is the code, and every line has a semicolon. You can see what the robot's doing, and then it's going to wait, and then it's going to brake for 1 second, turn the motors off. There you go, and then it moves forward again, and or reverse, so negative speed. And then finally it does a pivot turn, where one motor is full speed forward and one motor is full speed reverse. And there you go. So that's a program. And basically, all you need to do, you could hit compile, but unless someone's changed anything in that sample code and saved over it, it should be good. And then you hit download the robot. Now there is no physical robot, so this is all going in the computer. I think we got two options. We can log in to a network. You have to create an account and be on the internet, or you can log in locally. So you can just create an account. You're going to use this computer all the time and log in. And you can see there, welcome Philip Youngblood. And I've got here an option to pick a robot. So you've got a SquareBot, a ClawBot, a SwerveBot. Ooh, look at this little buggy bot and a MammalBot. The first three are actual robots. These other two are kind of made up for some other fun things. And you can see all the different features of the robot, where the motors are, what sensors are there. For example, SquareBot has a left and right motor. It's also got a arm motor. Look at that. And then some sensors. You can see if you hover over them where those are. A shaft encoder, potentiometers, touch sensors. And it's got a lot of features on that guy. ClawBot, kind of similar. Okay, different robot though. And SwerveBot, Okay, so each robot has some specs and everything there. So we're going to go ahead and keep SquareBot, because I know this code that I have open, the sample code, is written for the SquareBot. And then I can select movement. And you can see here are all of the movement challenges. Got remote control. We got sensing. This is going to use some of the sensors to try to do things like run the maze, go through the slalom course, etc. And then some other challenges here in the utility tab. So we'll start with movement. This is a basic drill called basketball drills. You can read the basketball drill. It says begin at the starting line, and basically robot has to go to the line, back up, back over the line, go to the next line, back up. Okay, so if you played basketball and had to do some conditioning, you know this basketball drill well. And there's even a specification document if you need more information. And you click start activity, and that code has already been loaded into the robot. And so you basically just hit the little start button, the little play, and the robot's going to go. Now in this case, he didn't have enough time or enough speed, one or the other or both, to get to the line. Alright, so we know that I can hit reset. We know that code's not any good. Now before you save, don't modify this program. You may need it later in this state. So we're going to save this as a new project. So we can just go save as. And you could create a new title and save it right into that folder. But what I would suggest, and I'm going to ask you to make a folder either in your desktop or in your document somewhere. You can call it Virtual Worlds. In this case, I just named it Basketball Drill. This I've already done this challenge, so you can change the name to something. Yeah, Basketball Drill 1. Okay. All right, now I know that I'm not going to go through writing the entire program, but you can come in here and change some values. So I could say, well, I needed to go take more time, so I could change that to 2,500 seconds, and then just hit download the robot and hit play. You're going to see now it's got enough time to get to that first line. Okay. Now in this program, it never needs to do that little pivot turn. So when I go back now and start looking at my code, one thing I might do is just totally take out the pivot turn. There's no reason for it to ever turn. But be real careful as you start deleting code. You might delete something you need, like this last little bracket. If you delete that, the program won't run. Okay, you can also copy and paste. So like for example, this go forward, stop, go backward. I would want to probably repeat that multiple times, so I can just highlight all of this, and you can just copy and paste. Now it's always good too, as you're going through these, I changed some things. So I changed it to 2,500, so I might change the pseudocode just so I know it has 2,500. Okay, now on this one, instead of changing the speed, the time, I'm going to change the speed. So max speed is 127. Alright. So he's going to go forward and then stop and come backwards. And then he's going to go forward again. Now, might put these at full speed too. Now let's just see what happens to this robot now. And you'll get to where you probably, after 1 or 2 attempts, can figure out what you need to do to make this robot successful. See there, he went faster. Oh, now he's really moving. Okay. Now, in different programs, you may want it to run slowly so its sensors have time to activate. In this one, you could probably do everything full speed. Now, when you've got the program figured out, you can run it, and you're going to get, oops, I should reset the program. You'll get a gold star. One thing we're going to ask you to do is just to take a screenshot as you finish the activities. You can take a screenshot of your program. You'll have to zoom out if it's not too long of a program, and a screenshot of your little completion badge as you complete the activity. Oh, look at him go. And you got to get all the way back. All right. So that's the basics of getting a program started in a virtual world. Later, you might consider looking at some of these other challenges. There's a little game called Palm Islands. There's another called Ruins of Atlantis. And they even have the Vex competition games in here up through the Turning Point season. So you could actually practice the game competition in the virtual world. So it's a pretty neat system, and you'll be able to learn a lot about coding and do a lot of things quickly here and learn a lot. So hope you enjoy it.